So all of you, please write your name and your enrollment ID in the chat box. So last class we were discussing about the compaction of soil. So compaction of soil is nothing but the densification of soil by applying some mechanical load. Okay. So like so what is the principle of compaction of soil? Huh? So compaction of soil is done to reduce the volume of voids and to increase the density of the soil. So here you can see this figure, like these are the soil which is before compaction and one is soil after compaction. So these are initially, this is called dispersed state. After compaction it became flocculated. So the voids which are present in a soil sample gets like removed due to the application of load, and it became like this. That means the density get increased. So we can like illustrate the same thing by like by assuming that if the soil particles are suppose spherical. So before compaction, this is how the soil are enhanced, soil particles are enhanced, lot of void spaces are there. Okay, and after compaction, the void spaces are filled up by the soil particles due to the application of load. And this is the form of the compaction. Okay, so I think this thing we have already discussed in the previous class. Any question from the last class? Student? Anyone? Any question? Any question from the last class? What is compaction and how we? Okay, you can ask me. So what is the question? Sanen Ponjanar. Sanen, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Sanen, are you there? Sanen Ponjanar, are you there? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Ma'am.
Okay, so what is your question?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your question? Is it clear or not?
A question?
Yeah, you said there are some question you want to ask me. Like yes, you said yes. Is it clear?
No, no, it's not me. It's not me.
Haha.
It's not me. I'm just responding. It's not me. It's
Okay,
another person.
okay. So Hoketo Achumi, I think. Hoketo, any question from your side? Hoketo Achumi, is any question from your side?
Right now,
Haha.
no, ma'am.
Right now.
Right now, no, ma'am.
Okay. So did you get what I was discussing yesterday? Why
Right
we
now,
do
no.
compaction? At least all of you have understand now why we do compaction, how we do compaction, what is the need of doing compaction, at least, and what are the application of compaction. I think that is clear, no? All of you? Okay. So principle of compaction.
Mm,
Okay, so how we measure the compaction? The degree of compaction of the soil is measured by the dryness rate of the soil. So what is the dryness weight before compaction and what is the dryness weight of after compaction? Okay, and this dryness weight we calculate after compaction. We calculate the dryness weight using this formula: gamma D equal to gamma W Gs by 1 plus E. As I have already discussed, gamma D is the dry unit weight of the soil, gamma W is the unit weight of water, Gs is the specific gravity of soil, and E is the void ratio. So these things we can find out. Gs we can find out.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes.
I think we haven't started compaction in the earlier class.
Haha.
I think we haven't started compaction in the earlier classes. I think
We never started. Yesterday I was discussing about compaction only. So I was asking whether things are cleared or not. But you never tell me anything. So what shall I do? Shall I start from the
I
beginning?
think that was section B.
Huh? Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, I think that was section B, I guess.
Haha. Your voice is not
I
clear.
think that was section B.
Section. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry. I thought it's section. Okay. Section A, right? Sorry, huh? Sorry. So, uh, did I discuss this thing about two-phase diagram, three-phase diagram? Anyone?
Yeah.
Two-phase system. You
Yes,
know
we
two-phase
discussed this
system.
thing.
Yeah. This thing. I think Jayanta sir has also discussed about two-phase system and three-phase system, right? Okay. So,
Yes.
so you people know what is void ratio, what is dry density, what is unit weight. So these things are clear, no? Jayanta sir discussed no with you all these things.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So can anyone tell me what is void ratio? Why void ratio is very important? So anyone can tell me what is a fully saturated soil? When do we call a soil is fully saturated? Can anyone tell me?
When the soil is
Huh.
only water and solid.
Okay. Only water and soil. That means all the void spaces present in the soil sample are filled with water. Then we call the soil is
Filled with water.
exactly filled with water. The void spaces which are present in the soil sample. If the void spaces present in the soil sample are filled with water, completely filled with water, there is no air present in the soil sample, then we call it a fully saturated soil. And if the void spaces present in the soil sample are occupied by air, only air, no water is there, then we call the soil air as a fully dry soil. So here in this figure, no, this is a fully saturated soil. So this, did he discuss about this fundamental definition, water content? What is water content? Anyone, can anyone tell me what is water content? It is written in the slide also. So water content is nothing but the
Water content.
ratio of weight of water to the weight of the soil. So this thing to understand compaction, no, you should have the basic knowledge of water content. What is water content? What is void ratio? What is dry density, bulk density? Then degree of saturation. What is specific gravity? Those things should be clear. Okay, then only you will be able to understand the rest of the thing like compaction, consolidation, shear strength. Okay, those things will be discussed in later on. But the thing is that since this course is divided between me and Jayanta sir, he will take half of the class will be taken by him, and half of the class will be taken by me. And he is taking the first class, like basic thing he is taking, and I'll start from the compaction. That is the third module. Okay, so to understand this thing, you have to at least you should have the knowledge, basic knowledge of the soil, like this water content, all the properties, those things you should know. So what I suggest you, when sir is teaching you all these things, you write it by yourself also. Then only you will be able to understand. Okay, and for me, it's not possible to discuss everything, right? So I think, do you know about bulk unit weight, dry unit weight? Anyone can like can unmute and reply me, respond me, or you can write in the chat box also. If it is difficult for you to speak, then you can write in the chat box. So this thing I will not discuss. What is bulk unit weight? What is dry unit weight? Okay. What is saturated unit weight? What is unit weight of solid? Submerged unit weight. This thing will be discussed by Jayanta sir in the next class. Specific gravity. Okay. So all of you are aware of this term of specific gravity. So can anyone tell me what is specific gravity? What do you understand by specific gravity? Anyone? Anyone can tell me what is specific gravity?
Ma'am, ratio of specific weight of air by specific weight of water.
A specific weight of air or specific weight of solid. In case of soil, specific weight. It is the volume of soil. The weight of a given volume of soil, to the weight of an equal volume of distilled water. Okay, that is called specific gravity. So it is denoted by G. G is denoted by Z or Zs. In future also, whenever we will use this specific gravity term, we will write G or Zs, Z suffix x, S, and it has no unit. Okay. So specific gravity of a soil, just wait. So specific gravity so you will learn in some in next class. This thing will be taken by Jayanta sir. We have to do the gradation. Like there are something called sieve analysis. Using sieve analysis, we see what are the different types of soils are present in the sample. Like there could be sand, there could be silt, there could be clay. Okay, those things are determined using sieve analysis. Okay, these things will be discussed in later on. Right. So for each and every soil like gravel, sand, silt, then sand, clay, huh, these those soil are having different specific gravity. Suppose your soil contain only gravel or sand. Okay, in this situation, the specific gravity it will be around 2.6 to 2.668. Even though it is written as 2.65, but generally it start from 2.6 to start from 2.6. So if the soil is completely sandy soil or only gravel is there, then the specific gravity will be around 2.6 to 2.68 or 2.7. And if the soil is having only clay particle, like for bentonite, if you take bentonite or any black cotton soil, okay, in that situation, if you measure, then your specific gravity will be around 2.76 to 2.85. Okay, clay is having the highest specific gravity, 2.85. Bentonite, there are some bentonite. Okay, so where the specific gravity is very high. So by looking at the specific gravity, we can tell what kind of soil is there. Even though if we don't see the sample, and if we just look at the basic property of the soil, we can tell what kind of soil it is. Okay, so void ratio, these are already discussed. Void ratio, porosity, degree of saturation, I think it is already discussed. Degree of saturation is nothing but the volume of water present in the soil sample divided by the volume of voids. So these things will be discussed by him. Okay, these are all actually first chapter. Okay, there are some relation between this. There's some relation like this is degree of saturation, void ratio, water content, and specific gravity. For any kind of soil, this relation exists actually. Okay, so this thing will be discussed in later on. So how to derive this equation, rho d? This is another important equation. The derivation will be discussed in later in next class. So I will not discuss then dry density gamma d equal to rho b by 1 plus w. These things also will be discussed in the later class, next class or later on. Okay, so I'll start with compaction. Okay, this is module 3. If you can see in the syllabus, in module 3 we have compaction and consolidation. So first today we will start with compaction. Okay, so when I say the word compaction, That means we will compact something, like there will be compaction. We will compact something. Initially, the volume was more. After compaction, the volume will get reduced. Okay, so in case of soil, compaction means it is a method of mechanically increasing the density of a soil by removal of air. Suppose we have a soil. See in this figure. Can you see this figure? There are two figures, no? In the left hand side, if you can see, this is the sample where there is it is a three-phase system, solid, water, and air. Okay, and the volume was more. Initially, the volume is more. Lot of voids are present in the soil sample. So what we do, we applied load in the sample. So after applying load, what happened? The air present in the soil sample gets removed, and because of that, the volume gets reduced. Right here you can see initially weight of the sample was W. Okay, weight is here when we say weight means weight of solid plus weight of water. And volume was V1, which is, and here volume is V2, and weight of the sample is W. W is same for both the sample, because uh, for compaction, no applying load, we what we do, we just remove the air within the soil sample. So the weight of solid and weight of water will be same. So weight of both the soil will be same. But what happened? The volume, V1. Here V1 will be more than the V2. So if we find the density of the sample for both the soil, W is same, weight of the sample is same. So here volume is higher, V1 is higher than V2. So what will happen? The density will get increased. Okay, so by applying load, mechanical load, we increase the density of the soil sample by removing the air present in the soil sample. That is called compaction. And dry density is the measure of the degree of compaction, like how much amount of compaction has done after applying the load. That is actually calculated by using this dry density. What is the dry density before compaction and what is the dry density after compaction? So clear? This part is clear. What is compaction? Anyone please answer me? Anyone?
Ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if there is there any question, please ask me. Okay. Because the thing is that this is online class and I'm also taking for the first time. Okay. So I might not be able to express everything. So if any case, if you find any problem, don't hesitate. Then okay. So next solution. So why we do compaction? So why we do compaction, right? So what is the application of compaction? The first, wait. So what is the application of compaction? The first application is compaction of foundation soil for house construction. So before we construct any house, so for construction in a house, before that what we do, we compact the soil. Okay, whatever the foundation soil is there, we compact it. Okay, so in house construction, the compaction is used. Then compaction of soil, gravel, crust, rock, asphalt in road and pavement construction. In pavement construction, the compaction is used. Then art embankments, while constructing art embankments and retaining wall, then backfill in fences, then dam construction and clay liners and ground improvement technique. In ground improvement technique also we use this compaction technique. Okay. So then the construction of clay liner. Liner is like this thing you will get to know, like in landfill, then some nuclear waste repositories. In those cases, these clay liners are used. So construction of clay liner, while we construct clay liner, this compaction method is used to compact the soil sample. So there are a lot of application of compaction. The effect of compaction of soil structure. So what happened when we compact a soil sample? So see there are two figures. One is before compaction and one is after compaction. So here we can see these are the soil particle. this black, no, this black, this is the salt particle. This blue line, okay, this is nothing but the water. Okay, so like what happened when we have clay particles? No, the soil, the water present in the soil sample are absorbed at the surface of the particle. So see there at the surface of the particle, the water are absorbed. Okay, and these are void spaces. What happened when we compact the soil sample? It becomes like this. Initially, there was no, like the soil was this state is called dispersed state. There is no connection. But when we compact the sample, when we give some load or something like that, some mechanical load, what happened? The soil come in close to each other. The void spaces get reduced, and it become like this. So there are what happened? Like when we compact it, suppose when we compact a sample, so some amount of water will be there. Okay, some amount of water is present in the soil sample. Okay, if the water which is present in the soil sample, it is at dry of optimum. That means if the water content present in the soil sample is less than the less than the optimum moisture content, then what happened? The structure is flocculated. Okay, and if the soil sample, if the water content which is present in the soil sample is more than the optimum moisture content, and if we compare the sample, then what we get a dispersed structure. So like if the water content which is more than the optimum moisture content, we cannot do much compaction. Okay, we don't get a higher dry density. But if we compare the soil sample uh, at a water content which is less than the optimum moisture content, then what we get a highly dense sample. Is it clear this one effect of compaction of soil structure? Okay, so there are four controlling factors which affect the extent of compaction. The first one is compaction effort. Compaction effort means how much amount of load we are applying to the soil sample to the compaction. Okay, that is the first one. The second one is soil type and gradation. What type of soil we are compacting? Whether it is a loose soil, whether it is clay soil or silt. Okay, so based on that, the compaction extent of compaction dependent. If we use clay sample, then we can compact more. There will be more density will be more. Okay, we can compact high. We can there will be higher compaction. Then moisture content. What is the water present in the soil sample at the time of compaction? Then dry unit weight. What is the unit weight? Whether it was loose soil or compact or dense soil. See, if we compact a loose soil, no, then we can achieve a higher. We can compact more. We can achieve higher density. Suppose the soil is already in a dense state. So then in that situation, compaction will be less. Okay. So this is an example of well structured soil and poorly structured soil. So in a well structured soil, these pores are uniformly distributed. Air, water, nutrients are uniformly distributed. But in case of poorly structured soil, no, you can see, huh, very small pores are present, right? And these are not uniformly distributed. Then this water remains near surface. Whatever the water present in the sample, they remains near to surface. Okay, this is called a poorly structured soil, and this is called a well structured soil. Okay. So principle of compaction. Why we do the principle? Like how we do? As I already explained it, we do the compaction by using some mechanical load. By using some mechanical load, we can remove the air present in the soil sample and we can densify it. So is achieved. So compaction of soil is achieved by reducing the volume of voids. Okay. It is assumed that the compaction process does not decrease the volume of the solid or soil grains. That means by uh, while doing compaction, no, what we do, we just remove the voids present in the soil sample. That means the air which is present in the soil sample, we just remove it. But while doing compaction, there is no decrease of volume of solids. That means there will be no decrease of volume of the soil particles. So that is present in the soil sample. here if you see in this figure, no, you can see uh, for both the cases, no, the void spaces are getting reduced, here also, but there is no change in the volume of the soil solid. This is before compaction and this is after compaction. Then principles of compaction. Okay, the compaction depends on the compaction effect, like what, how much amount of mechanical load we are applying. Based on that, it will depend how much amount of compaction, how much degree of compaction will be done. So this is loose state. This is at the compacted state, like higher density. So is it clear up to this? Anyone can respond? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you tell me
Yes, ma'am.
why we do compaction? Why we do
But
compaction? Anyone? What is?
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes.
ma'am, so that the structure does not sink.
Hmm. Uh-huh.
Ma'am, so that the structure, like after construction of building, so that it does not sink.
Okay. Not settlement, not sink, settle. So
Oh,
what is compaction? What is compaction? What is compaction? Compaction is densification of soil, isn't it? If the soil
yes,
is in a
ma'am.
loose state, if we give some mechanical force, then what will happen? It will become dense, right? It's nothing but densification of soil, isn't it? Okay. And the compaction is measured using dry density of the skeleton. So can you tell me what is dry density of soil? What is dry density? Anyone? Anyone can tell me what is dry density of a soil?
measure of degree of
So in case of dry density, when we calculate the dry density, do we consider the weight of the water?
no.
No. Only the weight of the dry soil, isn't it? Okay, dry
Yes.
density is
Wait.
nothing but the weight of the soil divided by the total volume of the soil. It is called dry density of the soil. Okay. So compaction, the degree of compaction of a soil is measured by the dry unit weight of the soil sample after and before compaction. And this dry unit weight is calculated using this formula, gamma D equal to gamma W Zs divided by 1 plus A. Zs is nothing but the specific gravity. In some books it is written as Z, and in some books it is written as Zs. Both are same. Gamma W is the unit weight of water. Gamma D is the weight of the dry unit weight of the soil, and E is the void ratio. Right. So by using this formula, we can find out the dry density gamma D. Okay. So there are some formulas from where we can find out this volume of the void ratio. Okay. So the more compacted a soil is, the smaller its void ratio will be, and the higher its dry unit weight will be. So if a soil is more highly compacted, what will happen? The void spaces will be less. That means void ratio will be less, huh? And the dry density will be high. Then compaction curve. Okay, so how will like what we do from compaction? No, we get a compaction curve. So if a soil sample, if we take a soil sample and if we mix the soil sample with different water content, and if we do compaction, no, so we will get a curve, right? That is called compaction curve. So compaction curve is relationship between a soil water content and dry unit weight. So soil sample was compacted at different water content in a cylinder of volume 1000 cc and dry unit weight were obtained. Okay, and this is plotted between the water content as abscissa and dry unit density as ordinate. So this is a compaction curve. So water content is drawn in x-axis and in y-axis we plot dry unit weight. So these are some points. Okay, these are the points. Okay, so what happened in what we do in compaction experiment? We take
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes, yes. Okay, tell me.
And the terms in the
Ha ha ha. What?
in the, in the previous slide. The previous slide.
Yes, yes. Okay, this one. Okay. Any question? Any question? Am I audible? Actually,
The,
your voice is not
the,
audible. Am I audible?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So ask me. What is your question?
Like, can you explain the terms like what YG, like what are the stands for GS,
Mm-hmm.
E, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So
what would you stand for the terms?
okay. So gamma D, that's why I told you na, this thing should be actually this thing need to be clear, then only you will understand the compaction. These things are in the first actually this is a basic thing of any geotechnical engineering. And these things will be discussed by Jayanta in the first module. Okay. So gamma D is the dry unit weight of the soil sample. Okay. So gamma D dry unit weight means the soil only with there is if there is no water, what will be the unit weight of the soil at dry state? Okay, gamma D. Gamma W is the unit weight of water and it will be same. GS is the specific gravity of the soil sample. This we can calculate from the laboratory. Okay, we have some specific gravity to find measurement of specific gravity bottles we have. So using those technique, we can find out the specific gravity and void ratio. Okay, this can be calculated. Okay, so if we have all this data, we can find out the gamma D. What is the gamma D of the soil sample? Okay, so by like see, suppose we have a loose soil, so that loose soil will be having a dry density, right? Dry unit weight. Okay, if we compact the sample, okay, after compaction, this will be there will be another dry density, right? So we can compare dry density, dry unit weight of both the sample after and before compaction, and we can find out the degree of compaction. What is the degree of compaction like after compaction? So that is measured by dry unit weight of the sample. Okay. Now suppose void ratio, everybody knows this. What is void ratio? Void ratio is the volume of void divided by volume of solid, right? Suppose a solid is highly compacted. Suppose a solid is highly compacted means there is lesser void ratio. Void ratio will be less. In this situation, V E will be less. Value of E will be less, right? So what will happen? We will be having higher gamma D. That means the smaller is void ratio and the higher is dry density will be. Is it clear? Roll number 49 is having a problem. Ma'am can't hear anything. What I can do right now? Hello? 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 Is it clear? I think Hakato Achumiyu.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? This terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Or you read actually, huh? This is specific gravity, unit weight of water, in dry unit weight of soil, void ratio, and this is the equation through which we can find out the dry density. Okay. Now compaction curve. See, like if we take a soil sample, huh? If we take a soil sample and we mix the soil sample with different water content. Suppose we take 100 gram of soil sample and we mix the sample with 8% water content. Then same sample we mix with 15%, then 20%, then 15%, 20%. And we do the compaction. We use the same compacted same mechanical load. Suppose 2.5 kg we are applying. Okay, 2.5 kg load we are applying for all the soil sample. So what will happen? So like this is how a compaction curve will look like. Like initially the dry unit weight of the sample, like before compaction, okay, will increase with the increases water content. Okay, so after reaching a certain point, the dry unit weight of the soil sample after compaction will get reduced due to the increase in water content. So this point, this line, no, this point, okay, this one. If I draw here these two line, no, okay. So this is called optimum moisture content. This water content is called OMC. Okay, OMC, and this dry density is called MDD, maximum dry density. Like for the soils, for that soil sample, using that compactive effort, we can reach this much of MDD, maximum dry density. This is the maximum dry density we can achieve at this water content. Suppose for this soil sample the OMC is 13%, water content is 13%. So for this soil sample at 13% water content, if we mix the soil at 13% water content, we can reach maximum dry density, which is equal to 19, okay, 19 gram per centimeter cube. That is called OMC and MDD. So here it is in optimum moisture content. Each compactive effort for a given soil has its own OMC. Suppose we have similar kind of soil, same soil. Suppose we take a bentonite, so bentonite soil sample we have, and we are applying different loads. Suppose in one soil we are applying 2.5 kgs of load, and in second and another soil sample we have applied 5 kg. So what will happen? The soil sample where we applied lesser compactive effort, we will get lesser dry density. And for the similar soil, if we applied higher compactive effort, then we will get higher dry density. That means for same kind of soil, we can have different OMC and different MDD based on the compactive effort. So here this is OMC1, and this is OMC2. Okay, these things are clear, no? OMC and MDD. Then the another important thing is in compaction curve, we have another important thing is zero air void curve or saturation line. Zero air void means there is no void spaces, there is no air present in the void spaces, only water is present. That means saturation line. Okay, so this is the zero air in a compaction curve. No, we can have zero air void line. This can be calculated after obtaining this compaction curve from laboratory. We can like have this zero air voids line, which means the degree of saturation is 100%. In here, no, in this case, we the soil is not fully saturated, and this line represent the fully saturation line. So the curve represent the fully saturation condition. It cannot be reached by compaction, and this zero air voids line we cannot reach by compaction. Just by compacting a soil sample, we cannot reach the zero air void sample. That means we cannot remove the entire air present in the soil sample by compaction. Okay, and this is a theoretically obtained curve, and this curve is the unit weight of this curve is obtained by using this formula: gamma d equal to gamma w gs by 1 plus wc into gs. Okay, any question from this one? Zero air void line, any question? Okay, then line of optimum, a line drawn through the peak points of several compaction curve of different compactive effort of the same line will be almost parallel to a zero air voids line. It is called the line of optimum. See, for same kind of soil, we can have different compaction curve, right? Okay, we can have different compaction curve. Suppose we are applying we have reached we have obtained this curve by applying 2.5 kgs of load. Then again we applied this curve by applying 5 kgs of load. Then we got obtained this curve by applying 7.5 kgs of load. So we will be having three different compaction curve. And if we join the peak point of this line, this line will be parallel to this zero air void line, and this line is called line of optimum. Any question? These are very important thing, in future also you need this. What is MDD, what is OMC? Because in field, no, when you have to do some field work, no, what you have to do, you have to do the compaction at MDD and OMC. Generally we do the compaction at MDD and OMC to reach the to achieve the maximum dry density. Okay, then what is zero air void line, what is saturation line, what is line of optimum? These things are very important. Okay, the factors affecting compaction. So what are the factors which affect the compaction? First one is water content of the soil sample. Like if we have same kind of soil and if we apply different water content, no, we'll get different compaction, right? We will get different this one dry density before and after compaction. So water content present in the soil sample, it influence the compaction, degree of compaction. Then amount of compaction means what is the mechanical load we have applied, what is the load we have applied. So as you have seen, if we apply different load to the soil sample, we get different compaction line, compaction curve. Then type of soil being compacted. What type of soil we are compacting? Whether we are compacting clay soil, or whether we are compacting silty, or we are compacting silt and clay mixture soil. So based on that, the degree of compaction get affected. Then the amount of compactive energy, right? Method of compaction, which method we are applying, whether we are doing field compaction or whether like we are applying some roller or we are applying some hammer, like whether we are doing proctor compaction test, whether we are doing modified compaction test. So there are so many different methods to do the compaction. So based on this method, we it depends what will be the degree of compaction. Then thickness of the layer, what is the thickness of the layer? Like suppose we are compacting a layer of suppose 1 meter, and with using the same compactive effort, we are if we are doing compaction of a 2 meter layer, there will be different of compaction, degree of compaction. Then saturation line, then admixture, whether there are some mixtures or not, admixtures are used in the used with the soil. And stone content, what is the stone present in the soil sample, like what is the amount of stone. Okay, if the stone is present, then their compaction will be less, right? So these are the some factors which affect the compaction of the soil sample. Then okay, so water content of the soil sample. So as water is added to a soil, okay, a low moisture content, it acts as a softening agent on the soil particles and becomes easier for the. Okay, this meeting will end in 5 minutes, so you all you please join after 5 minutes. Okay. So water is added to a soil. What happened? The water which we add to the soil sample, it acts as a softening agent on the soil particles, and it become easier for us for the particles to move past one another during the application of the compacting forces. As the soil compacts, the voids are reduced, and this causes the dry unit weight increase. This is what happened when we use water to the soil sample. Then water content below OMC. OMC means suppose this is the optimum moisture content at where we can reach the maximum dry density. Suppose we add water content which is less than OMC, which is less than OMC. Then what will happen? We will get less denser configuration. Okay, so suppose suppose for this compaction line, this is the OMC, that means 12% water content is the 12% is the OMC of the soil sample. Now if we add suppose 9%, then we will get dry density less than this one, what we will get using OMC. Now if we keep on increasing the water content up to OMC, what will happen? The degree of the density of the soil sample, the dry unit weight of the soil sample will get increased with the increase in water content. After reaching a certain point, after reaching this OMC, it will get decreased. If we keep on adding water, it will get decreased. So as the water content increases, the particles develop larger and larger water films around them, which tend to lubricate the particles and lubricate the particles and make them easier to be moved about and reoriented into the denser configuration. Okay. Then water content above OMC. Above OMC, what happened? Above OMC means this line. So okay. Suppose uh, okay. So this is the OMC line. This is called weight of optimum. This is dry of optimum. This side is called dry of optimum and this side is called weight of optimum. That means water starts to replace soil particles in the mold and the dry unit weight starts to decrease. What will happen if we add water which is more than OMC, optimum moisture content? What will happen? This water will start to replace the soil particle. Here what will happen? Here water will start replacing the air present in the soil sample. But if we add water more than OMC, it will what happen? The water which is added, the extra water which is added to the soil sample, they will start replacing the soil particles. Okay, and what will happen in that situation? The dry density will get reduced. Water content at OMC, that means the density is maximum. That means if we add the OMC, that means optimum moisture content to the soil sample, we can reach the maximum dry density. Is it clear up to this? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone? Okay. So you get now what is OMC, what is MDD, what is dry of optimum, what is weight of optimum. Okay, then soil type. Soil type means grain size, shape of the soil grains, amount and type of clay minerals present, and the specific gravity of the soil solids have a great influence on the dry unit weight and optimum moisture content. Uniformly graded sand or poorly graded sand in nature is difficult to compact them. So if we have a uniformly graded sand or poorly graded soil, those soil are difficult to compact. Then soil type. This is in poorly graded sand, the dry unit weight initially decreases as the moisture content increases. What happened in poorly graded sand? Initially, dry unit weight initially increases as the moisture content decreases. Okay, increases. And then increases to a maximum value with further increase in the moisture content. And at lower moisture content, what happened? The capillary tension. This one, this thing you have to read. What is capillary tension? At lower moisture content, this I will discuss in the next class. The capillary tension inhibits the tendency of the soil particles to move around and to be compacted. This thing